epicyclic gear trains. So last time we saw there are four types of gear trains: simple gear train, compound gear train, reverted gear train, and epicyclic gear train. So we had some introduction about what is epicyclic gear train all about. Now we are going to see how to analyze the gear train of this type and how to find out the different speeds of different gears that are associated with this particular gear train. So to begin with, let us draw one sketch like this. So there is gear A here. Alright, maybe I'll write A here. And this gear B, and this arm which is shown by gear by letter C. Now in this case, gear A is fixed. Arm is C here, and then there is gear B. And in the question, let us say the data says that number of teeth on A, number of teeth on B are given to us. I'll just give you this exercise. Well, let's say for the time being, let us call it as TA and TB itself. And then what we are going to see is, we are going to find out what is going to be the speed of B if speed of C is given. So you are given these things. You are given the teeth of B, teeth of A, and the speed of C, that is the arm, is given to you. And of course, the speed of A is given as 0 because it is fixed. So under this condition, how are we going to find out the speed of B? That is the exercise. That means we know that this gear B is going to roll like this. So when it rolls like this, what is going to be its speed? That is what we have to find out. Now suppose the same problem is of a simple gear train type. That means in this case, suppose the arm is fixed and this is released. That means two gears are rotating, they are driven like that. So in that case, how to find out the speed of other gear when one gear is given, that we already know. Here it is a different exercise where one gear is fixed, arm is rotating, we have to find out the speed of this gear. Now for doing this, the procedure goes like this. We have to prepare a table like this. First is condition, then we write the gears that are involved. So arm C, gear B, and then there is gear A. Now teeth of B I'll write here. Here it is teeth of A. The value, if it is given, you have to use it. Right now there are no values. I am just writing TB and TA. Okay. Then here we write conditions. Now what is the meaning of condition? See how we solve this problem. First what we do is, we make some change in this problem temporarily. So what we do is, we say that this gear A which is fixed, we are going to release it so that it is free to rotate. And arm C we are going to fix for the time being. So the condition says arm is fixed, so this arm is now fixed, and under this condition we are going to provide a rotation. So since arm is fixed, speed of arm is 0. Now if this is the case, suppose we are giving, let's say, speed to gear A, say NA. Gear A rotates by some RPM, NA RPM. What is going to be speed of B? that you can find out if this is rotating. So now here there is some convention we are going to use. Suppose this is rotating clockwise, and for clockwise we say it is plus. Then you know that gear B will rotate anti-clockwise, so its sign will be minus. And what is going to be speed of B? Speed of B is going to be, I'll write here, speed of B is minus speed of A, and then the ratio of teeth which we are going to take. So that ratio we are saying TA upon TB. TA upon TB into speed A is equal to speed B. So if you have these values, you will be able to find out the speed V, which is a negative sign. This is happening when R is fixed and you are providing some speed to gear A. Now if this gear A is given speed 1, that means if this NA is equal to 1, then this answer becomes, NB becomes minus TA upon TB. NB becomes minus TA upon TB. So this is the first step. First we have written a formula, and then we have said that speed of A, suppose it is 1, that means you are rotating gear A by 1 RPM, gear B will rotate in the opposite direction by this speed. So that was condition first. Now the next condition is multiply by X. That means everything we are going to multiply by X. So this becomes 0, this becomes plus X, and this becomes minus TA upon TB into X. We have multiplied everything by X. Then what we do is, we say add Y. Add Y to all the terms. So this becomes Y, this becomes Y plus X, and this becomes Y minus TA upon TB X. So we have added Y everywhere. So this is the equation. Now see what happens. What we have done, we started with change in the problem. Instead of fixing gear A, we have released gear A, it can rotate, and we have fixed arm C. Then we have given 1 RPM to gear A. Because of 1 RPM to gear A, gear B started rotating by this speed. So that is the first thing we have done. Then we have multiplied this by X. That means instead of saying this is rotating by 1 RPM, we say it is rotating by X RPM. So we have changed everything to multiply by X. Then we have added Y. As a part of procedure, we have added Y. After this is done, now what we do? Now we go back to the original condition. See, right now we have done this by making change in the condition, saying that arm is fixed. So it is like saying this is fixed and this is not fixed. This is what we have written. But now the actual problem is arm is not fixed, but the gear A is fixed and arm is free to rotate. And it is going to rotate by a certain speed NC. So NC means this is the speed of arm NC, which is given to us. So now what we do is, here we are putting the actual value. That means Y, what is Y? Y is the speed of arm. That means given condition says plus Y is equal to the speed NC that is given. This is given value, numerical value. Second thing is gear A is fixed. That means Y plus X is 0. Y plus X is what? Speed of A, which is 0. So we are having two simultaneous equations. There are two unknowns, X and Y, and these are the two unknowns, and these are the two equations consisting of X and Y. So you will be able to solve these equations and find out the value of X and Y. So find X and Y. How much it is. So once you know what is X and what is Y, then you go back to speed of B, because we want to find out what is speed of B. How this B is going to move forward, that is what we want to know. So this is the speed of B. So I'll write same thing. After this I am writing here speed of B is equal to y minus Ta upon Tb into x is equal to, now when you put these values x and y, what you found out, those values when you put here, you will get the answer, that is the speed in RPM of gear B. That is the speed of gear B. So suppose I give you the values of teeth A as 100. Speed of A is 100. Teeth of A is 100. Number of teeth on B is 25. RPM of gear C is, let's say, 1 RPM. You are going to find out what is the speed of B. So by solving this particular exercise with these values, you should be able to find out the answer of what is going to be the speed of B. Okay. So that is our first exercise. You can call this as your assignment problem number 1. Assignment problem number 1 on gear trains, and this is the exercise. Okay, we'll have some more exercises also, but we'll call this as exercise number 1. Now let us go to the second problem of the same type.